Hi everyone, and welcome again to another video. For today's activity, this is actually one that was suggested to me by one of our students, one of our girls, and she mentioned doing paper squishies at home right now that she is staying in, and so paper squishies sounded like a really great idea, something that doesn't require a ton of materials, and we can substitute a lot of the materials for different things. So as you know, a squishy is it's not even a stuffed animal. It's just this like squishable toy. It's really soft. I'm not sure if we're gonna get it that soft, but we are going to make our own today. And so for that, you are going to need some paper, preferably blank paper. If you have lined paper, any kind of paper actually really works. So some blank paper. If you have a pencil, we're gonna be drawing our squishy out. And so I like to start off with the pencil first. You can use markers as well to kind of color your squishy. Scissors, because we're gonna cut out our paper squishy sides. And then we are going to stuff it. So there's a lot of ways you can stuff your squishy. It needs to be soft, and so I had some scraps of fabric that I can use. I also had some cotton rounds, so these are all very soft. If you have cotton balls, if you have a pillow that's already kind of the stuffing is coming out, and you can use the stuffing from inside that. But anything soft that you are able to use at home, you can totally use it. And then the way that we're going to seal our stuffy is going to be with tape. So I have clear tape. If you have a different kind of tape, that works too. You could use a stapler. The only thing is that the little staples might hurt when you're squishing it, so I'd suggest something a little bit more along the lines of some tape. So for my squishy, I've decided to draw a cookie, and so I'm gonna use the bottom of this just random cup to make the circle. And so you wanna make two pictures. You wanna make the back and the front of it. So the back could be detailed. It doesn't have to be detailed, it can just be one color, but it does have to be the same shape as the front in order to be able to match the shapes together and put them together. So I'm gonna just make this cookie just because I already have a circle. So I'm gonna trace one circle here, and then I'm going to trace another circle, same circle I guess, on the other side. Cool. All right, so after you finish your cookie drawing, it should look like this, or whatever kind of drawing, but make sure that you have a back and a front part of it. And now we're going to cut these out. So here we have our two pieces ready to be taped together. So you want to tape almost all the way around, or all the way, almost all of your paper squishy sealed, and leave a little gap so that we can stuff. If we try to stuff now, we wouldn't be able to keep anything in the middle. So we're gonna do that first. And so I'm gonna grab some tape, and you're gonna have to do this all around. And it might be a little hard if you did try to do the cookie, because the cookie is round and the tape is not, but I'm just gonna try this out. All right, so now we have our squishy ready to go. We have a gap at the top. not too big. Everything else looks like it's pretty well sealed. And so now it's time to stuff it. So here's where you can use whatever you have on hand, whether that's cotton, cotton balls, cotton rounds, some extra stuffing, an old rag that your parents let you use, something that you can just stuff it with. And you don't want to overly stuff because you don't also want to, it's tape, so you don't want to break the seal. So I'm going to start off with little pieces. I have these little flannel felt things in here that I'm going to put, and I'm going to add some of this color. Remember, anything that you put in here, you're not really going to see the color. I think it could use a little more. Probably this one would be really awesome in here too. And you want to leave some room. You don't want to overstuff it. So this one seems like it has enough. Maybe one more of these little strips that I had in here. All right. And now we're gonna seal this last part with some tape. And there's going to be, because this is, you know, not perfectly round. I tried. There we go. And now we're gonna seal. Okay. The last tape on top. It's a little wrinkly, but that's okay. And then our last tape at the very top. And there you have it. You have a cool little squishy. This is so cool. It's still soft even though it's paper. It has a little bit of little corners here but other than that, it is a little squishy toy. How cool. And I know the tape makes it look a little weird, but the tape actually, you can't really feel it. It's really, you can even put more stuffing in it to make it even more squishy. But that is my squishy toy, and I hope that you use this at home, and that you make one that helps you kind of de-stress, because this is kind of fun. I can be working and, you know, playing with my squishy at the same time. And just remember that when you are doing this, to keep both sides the same length. So you might need a ruler, or you can use what I did, which is I used this circle little bucket and I made a circle out of it. You can use something from your house to trace so that both sides are equal, or just trace over and cut around. 2 pieces of paper, or fold your paper in half. But other than that, I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe.